Welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
I'm Taurian B.
Today we got Quincy joining us.
What up, what up?
And today we want to go over, well, I wanted to go over and everybody agreed to it. Because I figured if I didn't correct myself, Taurian would have corrected me at some point. But this 2088 album is a collaborative project that consists of Big Sean and Jhene Aiko. It was released in 2016 through Def Jam. And this project featured production from Key Wayne. You had Detail on here. You had a guest spot that everyone was surprised about, including myself. Casey and JoJo was on this project. It came out April 1st, 2016. And I remember when it dropped, everyone kind of thinking that it was an April Fool's joke because there was no lead up to this drop. It kind of just dropped out of nowhere. How did you guys feel about this project?
I'm gonna go first. So at this time, we didn't know. All right, there was speculation that him and Jhene were dating, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was unsure of it, but like when they finally like did do like their press, they were just saying that they were friends, and like Jhene was just like him and Jhene were like really like tongue in cheek joking about like their friendship and their relationship. So like everybody was kind of like taking their word for it because everybody was like, I kind of like we all know that Sean is a ladies' man. Like Sean has no problem in the ladies' department. But like everybody was kind of like, we didn't know the journey that Sean was going on in his life, right? So now like they look like peas, they go together like peas and carrots, but we didn't know the spiritual journey and the growth that he was like making because Jhene is very spiritual. Mm-hmm. So well, maybe to me it just didn't make sense. But now we fast forward, we understand they really like built something, and I think I'll be shocked when they do break up. If they do break up, I think like they're gonna be together forever because like even when they went on their little break, like they admitted that they still were like seeing each other and stuff. So I think that that was like one real big thing. And then listening to the project, I've been like documented saying I don't care to hear Sean sing. Like I don't like I'm not here for it. I think if he has a melody in his head, he should just give it to an R&B singer and let them sing it, and he just rap. He's a superior MC. All I want to hear the man do is rap. But the highlights on the album to me are when he does make sure he raps, and I also like it when Jhene comes on there. Like Jhene kind of gives us some energy on this album that like we weren't used to because she gave like a lot of like down, mellow, like soul searching songs. And this album, like we kind of like got to see like what kind of woman she is and like how she handles things, and not see that like she's just some delicate flower that's always getting hurt. Like she has a voice. Mm-hmm. So it gave some insight. And before like what we know now, like I was just thinking like, damn, she was giving Orion hell, like Omarion's little brother. That's all I was thinking about. I was like, damn, like I was thinking about that. Like I didn't think that she like was that spicy or could even go to that level. But it was pretty cool to get that. But I'll let Quincy get into his thoughts on the project.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I just listened to it in its entirety for the first time in preparation for the pod. When it dropped, I recall, is it that video where they were dressed up and they were like on a talk show? That was from this project, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what stands out like in real time when it dropped. Thought it was like a real creative video and stuff like that. But I never thought to really give the project much listen until today, and we're about to get into what I thought about it. So,
okay. All right, so the project kicks off with Deja Vu. Deja Vu is produced by Key Wayne. And of course it features Jhene and Big Sean. Really solid way to open the project, in my opinion. I think Jhene's both of their verses are so good. And Jhene, I think, really shines on this one a lot.
Oh yeah, she body Sean on this song. I told you, bro. Like nobody wants to hear this nigga sing. Like whoever told Sean like he sounds good singing, like I want words with him.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just he looks at his peer group and how they what they had to do to kind of get where they at. They all do it. Kendrick does it, Cole does it, Drake does it, and Sean wants to be in that tier. So he's like, yo, I gotta sing.
Yeah, you making such a valid point, bro. Like you never made a more valid point. Like you stumped me on that one. I just don't care to hear this nigga sing.
Nah, yeah, but then you kind of, you're noted as saying, "Harder Than My Demons" is like one of your favorite songs from him, and he
Nah, he does, but that one, I guess he got it right. Like maybe this is the beginning stages, but "Harder Than My Demons" is one of my that's one of my favorite Big Sean songs like that he's ever made. And I don't know that song like took me somewhere. Like that song touches my soul.
I think it dropped at a time. Like we was all locked down. Like it dropped.
Right, yeah, man. That's true.
He was stressed.
It dropped in time. But no, I like this song a lot. I like what both of them offer. Like I said, I think Jhene kind of got him on this. She opens it so crazy. She has a Chris Tucker reference on there. Mm-hmm. That's for you.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, like she keeps it personal with like it's at the heart. And like a lot of collaborative projects, I think kind of lose their way. And I feel like, we'll get into it more, but this project does a good job of staying on the path of like a relationship that's at its highs, a relationship that's at its lows, and they both don't lose focus of that.
Right. I wanted
my question.
Oh, go ahead, Q. Go.
No, yeah. My question when I was listening to the whole project, pretty much like, obviously, like Taurian said, like we didn't know that there was a couple at the time. Were they verses about each other the whole project, or they probably pulling from past experiences?
It sounds like it's conceptual, not about like their real relationship, because it was still the early stages. So I don't think that it was that much.
The thing is,
so in that sense, it's very creative, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when this project came out, they weren't officially together because she actually was getting married or got married to Dr. Genius. She was still with him at this time. So everybody was looking at this kind of sideways, and that's even more reason why people thought this project was a joke at first, because it was like, well, isn't she married? Like, what's going on?
Wow.
There was a lot of questions around it. So
everybody was wondering if Kid Cudi was going to see Big Sean at a good music function and hook off on him, because he told her, "You hurt my man, it's going to be a problem."
It was a lot of confusion around this project. So like everybody just always noted like, man, their chemistry is so good, and I think that's what even led to this project, because they had little one-off collabs like Beware and other that include myself. So when this came out, it was like, oh shit, all right. And then, y'all playing each other kind of close. Okay, is this just a concept? Like people didn't know, because she always was still doing interviews around this time talking about her relationship with Dot. So
yeah, that was a good thing. So what I wanted to like talk about is with this project, obviously, to me, and I could be wrong because I wasn't a huge Jhene Aiko listener, right? Like, but this heightened her status in music, and I think as far as fans, because it's obvious that Sean is the bigger artist, and that's because he's coming off of dating Ariana Grande. He's coming off dating what's the young lady's name that lost her life? Like she dated gold.
Naya Rivera, yeah.
Naya Rivera. So like Big Sean was, when he dated them, it made his star bigger. So he's already like, a huge star. Like he's performing at the White House. He's already doing these things. And I think Jhene standing next to him and doing this project together actually did wonders for her career, because I think it made people like hear this, and like, since she's already like outshining the man on the songs, made people go back and listen to her older music and like listen to Sold Out and Sail and all those projects. So I think like this project did wonders for her career. Like I think for Sean, like it just kept steady. Like it didn't go up, it didn't go down. Like it just kept steady. I think his fans saw it as like him coming to like more of like a growth musically. But I think that it was really, really good on that level. which I enjoy a lot. But I really think that like Jhene standing next to Sean has done wonders for her career. I truly feel that way. Like, because she's been like she was raised in the industry, so I just think her doing this project really did a lot.
Yeah, that's a good call out too. I agree. We'll get into the next song, which is "Selfish." It's produced by J. Proof, Flipper, Steve Lacy. I actually didn't know that, and the interns. And of course, we know Steve Lacy from like the internet and his solo career that he has right now. "Selfish" is another good addition to this album. You know, of course, we start off with, you know, there's hints of turmoil in the first song, and then the second one kind of just they going at each other. It's a nice flip that kind of just takes you there.
Yeah, I thought that you hit the nail on the head right there. They're definitely getting into some real life situations that they're rapping about. It's pretty interesting. The two different perspectives, and that's why I was asking, like, are they talking about their life? Because they kind of were both coming from a similar perspective, I guess, on this song. Like, it wasn't like she was. I didn't feel like she was writing directly to what his verse was saying.
That's true. But I mean, with the Selfish title in mind, like, you know, it's still
exactly. A common thread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the whole project gave me Jhene vibes. Actually, like, it was more in her bag than Sean's bag.
Yeah,
I think he kind of just fit into the mold of like what she did. Yeah,
he definitely stepped into her world. And I think I think she actually was able to tame him because, you know, like I said, Sean has no problem in the ladies department. And I think that he met his match with Jhene because Jhene has no problem in the men department. Like, you know, so I think that they both like challenged each other in the love department and artistically. So it was kind of like a match made in heaven for them to actually make this project together. And then fans like want a more because you got to remember this album is only 8 tracks long. Like, fans want more from them together. I'm not gonna like be like shady and say I'm cool on that, but I mean I get it. I understand why like the fans want it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I hate it, it's unbearable, but it's just, you know, I like it when Big Sean is in his Detroit bag, but that's just me. And, you know,
I wonder if, because I feel like with his last project, like, he took it up to another level, like, and I wonder if they were to do it again, like, I feel like it would probably be better than the first one.
I think it would, but funny enough, the one song that I don't like on Detroit 2 is the 2088 song.
Yeah.
I don't like that song at all.
I think that was a leftover though. I don't think that was current.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's just the one song that I'm like, I don't like this. But I think that's one that they just kind of did for fans, like, oh yeah, you know, we still around type shit.
Here you go.
But the next song is On the Way. Love this song. Love this song. It's produced by Key Wayne, Cam Obi, and Amari Johnson. This one kind of just takes you to it kind of still sticks with the theme. You know, there's argument, there's turmoil in the beginning, but then it's like, all right, I'm on my way. Like, we still going, you know, we still in this. The production is great. Because even I think Selfish ends with the phone call actually leading into this. So I love the production, and their chemistry is just dope on this.
Yeah, I wanted to hate this project so bad and come in here and shit on it, right? Because Regg made us do it. And the thing is that this album, you can listen to this and I'm sorry, there's no way that like you haven't had one experience or thought about, you know, what is going on, especially me. Like, I'm in a relationship now. So there's been plenty of times where I'm mad at my girl, but then next thing you know, like, I'm like, yo, what the hell you eating for dinner? You hungry? Or something like that, or like, get over here. So when I'm listening to some of the shit that they rapping about, or like, you know, wanting to make up, I'm just like, I can relate. So I can't knock it. Maybe Singletorian would think that be able to bash this shit, but I can't bash this being in a relationship.
Yeah. I think, and especially if you're in, well, you're not in like the honeymoon phase of it, but I think this album encompasses, this album encompasses the honeymoon phase. This album encompasses the honeymoon phase of a relationship, and I think that's what I like about it a lot, because it's super. Even though there's hints of turmoil, there's this and that, but it's never too long. It doesn't stray for too long. Mm-hmm. So that's why. Well, I'll leave that take for the end. I'll leave that take. But we'll get into the next song, which is "Push It." "Push It" is produced by J Proof, Flipper, and the Interns. How we feel?
Wait, is this the one with Casey and JoJo?
Mm-mm.
No, no, that's the other one.
2 Minute Warning is the one with Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
Right.
Push It is. I listened to Push It and I kind of felt like I didn't need this one on the album.
I think his rapping is a bit off for this beat.
It just doesn't feel right. Like I listened to it and I was just like, all right, and the reason why I say that is because 2 Minute Warning is so good, like, and it comes on right after that. So that's why I'm saying that. Like when I hear 2 Minute Warning, I'm like, damn, maybe it's the placement. Because like 2 Minute Warning, because after 2 Minute Warning, it's like the next, like the song, like after the way the album ends off is so good. I just feel like Push It at number 4 kind of like throws like it doesn't make sense to me that like I can just say that. It's kind of like a turntable skip.
Okay, I see that.
I agree.
Okay, well, we ain't got to spend that much time on that one. We'll go into 2 Minute Warning. 2 Minute Warning features Detail and Casey and JoJo, and it's produced by Detail. I like this song a lot. It's a little over the top, like most 90s R&B is. That's why you got Casey and JoJo. Those the over the top kings right there. Yeah. So it kind of just fits. I like this song a lot.
You wanna know what's hilarious to me is that like everybody makes like jokes about Casey and JoJo, like always like saying like, oh, they must be on drugs, they must be like this. But like Big Sean said that when he got in contact with them, like they were so professional and everything like went so smoothly and stuff like that. But it's like we just imagine them just being a mess, like them having to be like carted into the studio to record it, or like Casey's voice being shot and not being able to.
Get away from me.
Yeah, but like nah, Sean said like everything was smooth, like there was no problem.
One more time.
Relax. I didn't even introduce you yet. Nobody knows you right now.
My fault.
Yeah,
but if you're listening, Robbie Digital just joined us for his takes on this album.
I like this album. This is one of the Big Sean albums that he actually delivered.
And Rob just got out of bed, bro. I can see it in your face, man.
And I chose violence. Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
That good Noah hat on. I see you. Okay.
But yeah, I actually thought, I don't know. It's my first time listening to it in preparation for this project. And the beginning, I was like, oh, Casey and JoJo just definitely gives me Casey and JoJo vibe. Then the beat switches, and it kind of threw me off, to be honest. Like I didn't really love the beat switch for the verses. But it was a cool song.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I kind of agree with that too. I didn't love the beat switch, but I still enjoyed it. I would have rather the beat just stayed like how it was.
Yeah, facts.
He could have just rapped over that. But we'll get, or actually, Rob, did you have any thoughts on 2 Minute Warning?
No, I like 2 Minute Warning. I do.
Let's get Rob's like overall thoughts on the album, since he decided to come in late today after we planned this for weeks when everybody kept putting.
You don't have to throw tea, Taurian. I get it. I'm here.
The fans see that you late, so obviously they probably just wanted to know why you showed up late and why everybody else.
My outfit had to coordinate. I'm sorry. I like this album. I do. I'm not the hugest Jhene Aiko fan. I'll be the first one to say that. I don't really like whisper music, but when he did this Big Sean project collectively, I think everyone kind of stopped and turned, and I think it elevated both of their careers equally. Just because I think you get hints and moments of Big Sean getting his R&B kind of emotional bag, even on Finally Famous, with Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
Yeah,
so he's had moments in his career where he kind of gets into this emotional bag, but we always get the bravado, swagger, super over the top Big Sean. This was the first time where it kind of like slowed down and it was more of like a human form. I think Jhene Aiko, because of like some of her high pitched music, sometimes her lo-fi music, I just wasn't really into it. But the beats on this was really, really good, where she stood out. And definitely put her in a different place. Like their careers definitely changed where like it kind of gave this kind of like Sonny and Cher kind of to me. Like everybody was like, yo, I kind of like this. So out of a lot of projects, this is one I actually go back to and listen from time to time.
Okay. I like that breakdown. We'll get into the next song, which is Talk Show. Talk Show is produced by the Interns. I love the concept of this song where it just encompasses everything that we already think about celebrity relationships, where, you know, they start off being so civil toward each other because the cameras are on. And then, you know, one of the spicy ones that's in a relationship just lets you know that shit ain't all sweet, you know? And then, you know, he had to hold his own too. He got some real bars for her on this song. And he had some for him too. Like it's a fun record. And it's just like, oh shit. And then you kind of hear, I like how they play with the sound of the crowd in the back, like gasping, like, oh shit, like, what are we listening to right now? Like, and then I'm in like the gossipy type bag too, because I watched that Wendy Williams thing. I feel like she would eat some shit like this up. She would be watching this like, oh my God, like, did he just say that? So it was a fun record.
I think that this is the song that ties the album together. Like this, like you got 2 Minute Warning, right? And it leads into this song. And so you're listening to it and you're just like, yo, like, where we going with this? Is this real? Like, are they like, this was a song where like everybody was like, nah, like they did too good on both sides. Like, you know, the visual was excellent, right? And then the fact that they have so much chemistry together, like everybody was like, nah, she definitely fucked this man while she was with Dr. Genius. Like this is there's too much chemistry here. Like they have something that people like dream that they could have like in a relationship. And then also, right, look, the video is playing in the background right now. So like also the thing that I think is like really interesting is just that like they could have their own Sonny and Cher variety show and probably do really good at it. Because Jhene Aiko's from LA. Everybody from LA that has worked in entertainment business has taken acting classes. So I'm pretty sure Jhene is a really good actress and probably could really kill it. And I feel like Big Sean is very talented and can do anything that he needs to do in front of camera. Like if he needs to, I feel like he could do it. So I feel like if their careers like falls and they stop selling records, they need to fucking get a deal with ABC and get a fucking variety show, hip hop variety show.
Are you gonna call it Aiko Vision? Is that what we're gonna call it? It's gonna be like kind of like that, like a variety show where they do things. No. I think it would be interesting. Like if you put them in like weird, quirky situations, I think it'd be funny.
Yo, is he? Why?
You could call it Big Jhene. There you go.
Nigga Rob didn't get the bucket. He got the ball back and said, "All right, I'm gonna still try.
I'm still try. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go up for something.
I'm gonna at least hit this jumper."
Thanks, Regg. I appreciate you.
But yeah, I like this a lot. I like this divide a lot on this track. Very, very creative. Memories Faded. Memories Faded is the next song. It's produced by Mr. Franks and TB Hits. I like the chorus a lot. The chorus is really dope. I feel like they actually like really wrote this together. Like, it felt like a real moment between them. Again, it ties the project together really well.
How many times have you said that, Regg? Sounds like they got a lot of chemistry on this album.
Hey, man,
their chemistry is insane.
It's the general consensus.
Chemistry, and I think they were aware of that, and they really listened because, like, before you joined us, Rob, since you was late, we talked about how the songs that they did prior led up to this because a lot of people were saying that their chemistry is so good. So I think that's kind of what they went off of when they made this project. So you can't help but listen to it and bask in the chemistry.
So if we
Pretty
had
sure he basked in it, all right. Go ahead.
If we had a choice, right, and somebody said, "Joe, which collaborative album is better, 2088 or Everything Is Love?"
That's what I was saving for the end, but this is better than Everything Is Love.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I like Everything Is Love though.
Huh?
A lot of people didn't like it, but I enjoyed Everything Is Love.
I mean, that's always been my take. I always enjoyed this more than Everything Is Love.
I'm gonna have to. I wish that I thought this out. Like, it just came to me. I wish I thought this out better. I gotta go back and listen to Everything Is Love because the difference for me is this, like, on this album on 2088, Jhene is the highlight for me, but on Everything Is Love, like, Jay-Z rapping is the highlight for me outside of Beyonce singing. So I have to go back and see which of the lesser two evils do I prefer more.
I feel like it's not even a fair comparison. That shit was like Everything Is Love was like the third installment of a trilogy. Like, you had Lemonade, 444, and then you had Everything Is Love, which like completed it. And it's just like they pulling from both albums, talking about stuff. I don't think it's a fair comparison, but I think Everything Is Love is a better project.
Everything is Love to me is more reflective. Whereas 2088 is more in the moment of the beginning of that relationship.
Yeah.
I think like everybody was like, yo, I don't really love Everything Is Love. And I'm like, well, I'm not married yet. I think when I'm married, it'll make more sense to me. Because then you can look at what you guys have built and what you guys are building, opposed to like everything that they're talking about in 2088 is still very situational relationship stuff.
Yeah.
He said, she said, you going through my phone and we that and the third. I think when you listen to Everything Is Love, like they're past that.
Yeah.
Like,
more for the
friends and shit like that.
I think 2088, yeah, it is more for the common listener because it's more of the common experience. Everything that you said, but Everything Is Love. It was just something about it that I just, from the beginning, I remember it dropped on a Saturday and I went straight to it. I listened to it.
Was it a Saturday or was it Nas? Remember, like, Nas's album dropped that day?
It's a Friday.
Nas dropped the day before. And then they dropped on
What did he drop? What is that, the Lost Tapes 2?
Yeah.
Okay. They dropped it on Juneteenth. You're right, Reg.
He dropped, Nas dropped Nasir. Didn't Nas drop Nasir?
Oh, Nasir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost Tapes was the Lion King soundtrack.
Yeah. So it was just, like, I listened to Everything Is Love and I just was like, there's certain songs on it that don't get me wrong, I really like Summer, the opening track is amazing.
Yo, I also got a thing. Like, we just asking which project do you like more? Like, and whenever I ask that question to people, like, people be like, well, you can't compare it because of this and this. Like, yo, which one knocks more? Which one is just fucking better? Like, regardless of like where you at, like,
yeah,
like that's all it is. Like, I don't think, because you got to think, if that's the case, I don't feel like you can like compare anything unless like they are identical topics.
If that's the case, then this one's definitely gonna get you more play. If you want to be honest, like if I'm entertaining a woman, I'm playing 2088. Like, I'm not playing Everything Is Love. Like, it's just not.
I think
now if we're on like a beach and we're chilling, maybe, but it may get maybe just Summer. Like, to Reg's point, like, I don't see where like it sounds like marital music, and it just doesn't knock at where I'm at in my life.
Yeah,
so, like,
I don't know, man. I don't agree with that. The only song I didn't need on there was Ape Shit. Everything else is valid to me. Like what is it?
You be going in the mall, copping out, so it makes sense.
Friends, Love Happy, like, these are great songs. 713, it's fire, bro. Like, I'm not sure what you mean it doesn't knock. 713 knocks.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
713 knocks, the beat knocks. But
yeah, like,
exactly
of it over that beat, I always was like, him rapping about that over that beat. Like, why you pick that beat to talk about that? Like,
that's true. I can hear that.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like I feel like to Reggie's point, like when
Talking
you
about the
listen to
first time you met your
2088,
wife over a hard ass Dr. Dre. Like,
Yeah, the drums
I mean,
was banging on that shit.
completely unnecessary.
eyes, that's more of a way to flex. Like, yo, I'm just using this beat to talk about my shit. And cool. But
Nah.
yeah, not for me.
Go ahead, Reg.
Hey.
So we'll get into the next song, which is London Bridge. London Bridge is very Jhene. It's very like, I didn't really like this one that much to close it out. It's a little boring for me.
Yeah, same.
I actually really like London Bridge. Especially I liked how it went from 2 Minute Warning to Talk Show to Memories Faded to London Bridge.
Yeah.
That sequence I really enjoyed, and it really brought it home for me. The beginning of the album, I was kind of like, so the first 4, I was like, okay, like this is all right. But the last 4 made me really enjoy the project. And for me, like London Bridge was kind of like a thing. It was kind of like a somber, like coming down, you know, from the project. It was like being fiery and everything like that. Mm-hmm. I definitely feel like this is Jhene's album and Sean fit in like where he could, even though like I feel like he kind of like orchestrated everything. I feel like he stepped into Jhene's world and made it more like highlighted that. And it's kind of obvious because on Sean albums we get different subject matters, but like this one was just about love and relationships, and that's kind of what Jhene talks about all the time.
Yeah. And I like the content of it because it does fit in the mode of everything that they were talking about, and it talks about the end of a relationship, sadly. So it's like we kind of experience all the ups and downs of something, of a union between these two people from the beginning to the end, just for it to like to reach its wit's end by the end of this album. So it is a interesting listening experience, and for it to be so short, like this album is only 8 tracks, but it takes you there. I think I want to know you guys' ratings. I'm gonna start with the Q. What's your rating for this?
I would give it actually 4 waffles. I would I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely like whisper music, like Rob said. And then I rock with Big Sean. So I thought it was a nice collaborative effort. And I'm not sure why I didn't listen to it before, but I'm definitely gonna bang it going forward.
Come on, Q. Stay cohesive. Stay cohesive.
It's a very cohesive project, you know. There you go. 4.
Rob, how you feeling?
I'll definitely give it I'll give it 3.5. 3.5 waffles. I love
coming for you, Rob.
I know. I'm not the biggest Big Sean fan. Like he's definitely moved down the ladder for me, but I do love this kind of like singing melodic rapping that he does on this album. Like you can tell, like I said before, like you heard it in and Don't Tell Me You Love Me. Don't Tell Me You Love Me. Yeah. Like the way when he starts like this kind of like falsetto rap, I do like that a lot. And I think that Jhene complimented it very well. The subject matter is really, really good. I don't go back to this album often as much as I feel like I should after even listening to it. But it's definitely a good project. It's solid. I would love to see where they're going to go from here. Because even when I heard Detroit 2 and I heard her on it, I was just like, eh. Like it seemed like it was just too crowded. But this seemed more
concentrated. You didn't like Body Language?
It was all right. I felt like it was forced.
What?
I'm sorry, Reg. So, I mean, I do like it though. Like I like this project a lot. And I feel like there's more songs that we haven't heard, or there's more music to go forward with it. So
no, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Taurian, what's your thoughts?
I've made my decision. This album is better than Everything Is Love. Because I wouldn't give Everything Is Love a 4, but I would give this album a 4. It's short, it's sweet, it's straight to the point. They said what they had to talk about. The visuals are also good. I'll give the credit for that, and the fact that like we want another project from them. We don't want another Everything Is Love, and I'm not basing
That's
it
true.
off that
That's a good point.
But like we want more. Like let me stop doing it. I'm not even going to compare that because no disrespect to Hove and the Queen Bee, but we want more from this project. So I think that makes like a huge difference. Like how can I deny and say that? Like obviously this album isn't perfect and it's not a classic, but I think it's the beginnings of like a beautiful courtship, right? Like the only album that I probably would think makes more sense would have been if Method Man and Mary J. Blige made a full-length project in the 90s. Not now, in the 90s.
Wow, that's a bold claim.
Yo, if we look at that now, oh my God, but you're right. In the 90s, amazing.
If we would have got it in the 90s, I think it actually really would have worked if it would have been the RZA and the Hitmen working together to craft that project. But things happen.
That's a fact.
I think they still could give us something really good though.
They could,
because even that other song that they did in the 2000s, I like that joint too. What was that?
Yeah, it was like the remix to it, basically.
It was, but I just think that because, like now, like they're elder states people in the in the music business. It won't have the same impact as it would have had.
It's more reflective now.
Yeah, it wouldn't have had the same impact in the 90s as it will have now on the generation. Like, I don't think that the younger generation, they'll be like, oh yeah, my mom likes Mary J. Blige. They won't say like they like Mary J. Blige. Like now, like they like Jhene. So I just think like it would, this next project will be on par with that. So what I'm just saying is 4 out of 5 waffles. Their chemistry is undeniable. Everything with this project is worked out perfectly. Like the visuals, their interviews, the intrigue into their relationship, the storyline of their relationship, how she was married, then she got divorced, the scandal, the whole good music, like everything is just like perfect. Like this is kind of like a Wendy Williams wet dream.
Yeah.
Wow.
That she didn't get a hold of.
Wow.
Yeah. I could see her on Hot Topics. Like, did you guys hear?
Regg is really in tune with Wendy Williams right now.
I'm gonna watch it after.
Wait, what network did that come on?
Lifetime.
On Lifetime. It's trash TV.
Yo, Regg, I promise you, if I call you,
Regg, we're not gonna call Lifetime trash TV because I watch.
Wait, it's like
sometimes.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Oh, okay.
It's like that TLC shit, like one of them type of shits.
The TLC shit was better though.
Oh damn!
TLC shit. But the TLC shit wasn't bad. It came on VH1, and that wasn't bad.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's VH1. Wait. So what was it? Whitney Houston? What was on Life? What was one of the Lifetime biopics?
Whitney Houston was on Lifetime.
Whitney Houston, right? All right, that was bad.
Was that one bad? I know the Aaliyah one was.
No, that was bad. It was all bad.
It was a Aaliyah one. That's what it was. It was a Aaliyah one. It was a Aaliyah one.
That shit reminds me of like fucking like cops when they do like reenactments of murders. Like it's like a whole movie version of that.
Yeah.
But you can't disrespect
like really
Lifetime because like in the 90s, Lifetime really held it down on Sundays.
Of course.
Like you know what I mean? Like watching women go crazy.
Yeah, murder mysteries, killing their husbands and shit.
Yeah, or like you seeing niggas like get married and like try to kill their wife. Like they had some incredible content on Lifetime on Sunday. Bro. It was great, bro. You could really
look over Rob Five's Incredible, man.
Yeah,
bro. Like you know what it was? Like I would get in trouble, and then my mother would be like, "Yo, you have to stay in the house," and it'd be on Sunday, and she would just be watching Lifetime. So I was just like, I guess I have to do this. And
I used to watch Lifetime with my
then
mom.
you get caught in. You're like, "Yo, what's happening?"
That was the duality of my house. I would watch Lifetime with my mom, and then I would watch Pistons games, boxing, golf. My dad watched everything. Golf.
Look at the range.
I'll watch all of that.
You see, Q, you see what happens when you grow up in a 2-parent household? Look at the balance.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Lucky man.
You know what I did? I had to figure it out, Regg. I had to figure it out.
All right. I mean,
what's your rating? You gave your rating, Regg?
Oh, yes. So my rating is a 4. I'm glad that we reviewed this album. I knew when I said that I wanted to, I would get some backlash because it's, it's Detroit, and
I mean, I rep today for you.
Yeah, I seen the hat. That's a nice hat.
Oh yeah.
That's a really cool. That's a really cool mug, Regg. That's a really cool mug, Regg.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, so So I figured it would be some backlash, but I'm glad you guys actually listened to it because I enjoy this album a lot. I listen to it quite often. There's a lot to take away from it. It's an easy listen. It's 8 tracks. You can't beat 8 tracks. You have a whole story in 8 tracks. How can you beat that?
That's a fact.
And I think
next week's album.
Huh? Yeah, that's cool. I'm looking forward to it. To it.
What's next week's album?
Well, we're gonna talk about that when we wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Play
okay. Copy.
All right. But yes,
I really want to review too.
But yes, so I give it a 4, man. I think Rob, you brought up a good point where we kind of got hints of Big Sean's like melodic, like his whole thing, and I think Jhene just brought that more out of him on this project, because it's something that he's always done, going back to the Finally Famous series and then leading into even Dark Sky Paradise. Like he's always kind of, messed with that bag, but he really went into it on this one because he had a reason to. So a solid 4 for me. That's it. So we'll close with saying Rob's birthday is February 6th. Ladies, DM him.
Fact. I'm not getting nothing. That's cool.
Send him, he likes sneakers. We're gonna play his Cash App somewhere.
Nobody gave me shit. Nobody gave me shit. So
yeah, man. So we'll close out with this. I feel good about these ratings. I'm First Class Regg.
I'm Taurian B.
And we are out of here. Peace. Detroit, what?